Welcome back, everyone, for the beginning of our Mega Man block. We've got Junkyard Dave here, going to run Mega Man X2 any percent. So take it away.
Thank you. Welcome on in, everybody. My name is Dave, or Junkyard Dave. I am not known for being a Mega Man runner, so you're probably going to see some pretty shameful stuff today. But Strizer, if you're ready in the background, I will count 3, 2, 1, go. So 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Mega Man X2, and I ran this way back in probably 2018, 2019. So you're gonna see a weird mixture of casual, shameful things, but at the same time, I actually did learn this properly back then. My sums of best are like 34, but there's a lot of stuff that I honestly don't remember at this point. And I always wanted to go back to this one. I thought the movement was like super fantastic. I liked X2 more than X1 back then. And the only reason that I liked X2 is because you start with the dash boots, and there's two kind of like sub-abilities that you end up getting later on in the run. So the first is the fire, and then the second is the chain. And yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, like, Cat's allowed to sass me. Like, she's been my girlfriend for 7 years, so that's okay. Everybody else in chat is forbidden, though. So we have this robot, and I can tell you his name if I think about it. It is CF-0. And, yeah, he is kind of like the intro tutorial stage. The intro stage in this one I don't think is as good as an X1, but whatever. It's pretty easy and straightforward, and you know what? I wish that I knew the story about this game, but I don't. So chat can invent their own story. I don't know why Mega Man is trapped in an orb right now, and we're going to go to up here, Wire Sponge. So this is any percent. You have to collect all the hidden power-ups and stuff like that. Ahmad, hello. Everybody else, hello. Actually, we can turn chat against each other immediately. So Ahmad, I was watching his stream earlier, and he's like, well, actually, Dave, Mega Man 7 is better than X2. And I was like, you know what, Ahmad, you're wrong. So do people in chat think that X2, okay, please. Okay, please. Is X2 better than Mega Man 7? Or is it the other way around? So we're gonna grab this E-Tank, we already grabbed the heart. And we're gonna miss the... Okay. We're gonna pretend that never happened. The incredibly slow elevator climb. Oh! Alright, we'll take the elevator, you happy? What a beautiful ride. Okay, there we go. So, apparently Mega Man wanted to ride the elevator there. As I said, there's gonna be some pretty shameful stuff that you see. I was telling Setup right before, you could probably peg me down as like quite a few random things when it comes to speedrunning at this point, but Mega Man Runner is not one of those things. I don't even know, minus Cat anyway, how many people would have seen Mega Man back then. It's been a while. So yeah, we have Wire Sponge. Like most X series games, like I think it started with X1. If you're dashing and you do leap. Okay, thank you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shouldn't be able to hear that. I thought I turned those off. Okay, that distracted me, sorry. Wait. Excellent. Okay, well... Okay, sorry, Strizer. I was going to say that if you dash, and you're doing a sliding... Like, if you're dashing doing a lemon shot, sorry, the lemon does more damage. So, that's from, I think, X1. I didn't mean to die on the Wire Sponge, but that distracted me, so whatever. So, if you look at the sidebar here, one more hit actually with the dash lemon, I'll just let the sponge exist. So one more hit. This is where you want his health to be before he ascends back up to the ceiling. If I hit him again, he'll like lose his temper and he'll start like this like 9-second animation or whatever when it comes to the boss fight, which we're probably gonna see anyway because I missed the dash weapon coming up here. Oh, we got him! Okay. We didn't see the temper. Yes, sorry, Ahmad. It might happen. Yes, first try, second try. We did it. So we get the hook, or whatever it is, the chain, and the chain is really cool. It has a lot of versatility in the speedrun, so we're gonna go back down here carefully because I haven't done this menuing in a little bit. And we're gonna enter Wheelgator. Wheelgator, honestly, in my opinion, has one of the cooler stages in the entire game, but on top of that, I really feel like the skill ceiling in Wheelgator is like borderline endless. Like, you can put so much time and effort into figuring out this guy's stage, and there's always something else to add in this stage. It literally just does not end in terms of like the skill that you can put into this stage on like top levels and stuff like that. I am luckily not at that level, but we have Dr. Wily again. He's going to give us an upgraded charge shot that's later on important, both for obviously the weapons that X can fire and the sub-weapons that he can fire in this game, but also there's something called the Neon, which I wish that I knew, you know, like the history of X2 a little bit better. Neons are like a one-frame jump cancel. There's one in this run later on that I'll do. But you can do it in a couple different spots, but like this run used to be like so neon heavy, and later on they got rid of, I think, like a lot of the neons and stuff like that, but you can literally see it in like the practice hack still. There's like alternate routes where it's like stag third and like ostrich third or something, but like I think when you did ostrich back then it was just like full of like one-frame jumps everywhere. So it's a cool mechanic that... Oh, okay, don't get stuck on that ladder. We're gonna die.
Mind if I pipe in with a donation?
Absolutely.
We got a $20 donation from Xylian Plays saying, congrats to Ellie and Ultra for their excellent run of It Takes Two, and more support to an amazing cause. Thank you very much, Xylian.
Thank you for that. Very much appreciated. And yeah, I was just gonna say that I wish that I knew the route better, in the sense that, like the history of the route rather, because there was like literally one-frame jumps everywhere. We are dangerously low health here. I don't know if I can... I have to take this health issue because I have to boost through this guy. Or I don't have to, but I don't know if that would kill me or not. So entering the boss fight, we have Wheelgator. See if I can get this dumb quick kill here. No! Of course not. Now Ahmad really is gonna run at like 3 o'clock in the morning his time. I'm sorry, Ahmad. So I think like every individual hit there is like 3 frames or something like that. The Gator is stupid. If you don't hit him properly, he'll like retreat back into like the blood or mud or whatever that's supposed to be. And then he hides there for like 10 seconds at a time, so he's awful. As I said, I think every individual hit between hits is like 3-frame window or something like that, so it's a pretty tight quick kill. It's actually probably the, I wouldn't say like the worst strat in the game normal, but I don't know, maybe it's oil, maybe it's blood, like what does chat think like that weird liquid is in front of me? It's clearly red, like I don't know what it's supposed to be. Oil, yeah, the blood oil mixture. That is correct. Fanta. So we get more cutscenes. The good weapons in this game are all of them, honestly, and that's actually honestly another reason why I liked what do you call it? This run in particular. Like all the sub weapons have a lot of use for the most part. So we're gonna enter Stag. That's directly above Gator. And that's an easy menu, so we're not gonna wind up in the wrong stage. Mismenuing in this is pretty bad because unless you beat the stage and come back, you can't just exit the stage, you have to game over. Flame Stagger, the Japanese version. So immediately we use the upgraded chain to just jump over here to grab this E-Tank. So that's where we grab that one from in this stage. And we squeak through. Yeah, this stage actually is really cool too, but it's really short, and it has, I think, the beginnings of what would be later on in Mega Man X3, because like the Mega Man X3 developers went crazy when it came to vertical sections. Like they really like their vertical sections and climbs, and you don't really see that in X2 as much, but there is a couple of climbs like this that you can literally see that was like maybe the beginning of X3. There was one developer that worked in X2 and he's like, you know what guys, like I really like this climbing section. Let's put a lot of vertical sections in X3. Tomato sauce. So Stag's secondary weakness is Buster. We can kind of follow him up here. Ideally you want to dash lemon him and keep following up as he's falling down like this. There's a way to climb the wall that I since long forgot. You can like basically like climb the wall if you're really good with Stag jumping up here and falling at the same time, so you don't have to like wait for him to come down. And that boss kill isn't that hard, but I remember it being more annoying because obviously like if you trade in this, it's very easy to like recoil and fall down and stuff. So Stag gives us obviously like the fire ability. Don't know what it's called because I'm super great at terminology when it comes to Mega Man games. But it's basically like a fire dash, and once we have the charge shot and we upgrade it, you can do it in the air, so you can air dash, and then on top of that too, you can like literally use it. So it basically adds like a very strong mobility option, which we'll be able to see very early on here.
Got a moment for a quick dono?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, we got some words of encouragement here. We got a $10 donation from Chill Dragoon saying good luck, Ahmad and Dave, I guess.
Yeah, you know what? We can shout out Ahmad in a completely different way too, because we recently on Twitch got that weird silly thing called Twitch Partner, and Ahmad rated me 94 times during my partner push. So he was definitely somebody that did not. He just, I don't know if he didn't leave me alone or he didn't give up or both, but one of the two. Oops, I messed this up. So, but yeah, I'm very happy that he's also in this marathon too, but he's a much better Mega Man runner than me by far, that's for sure. But thank you for that, Chill. I appreciate that a lot, man.
Well, I guess he'll have to show that to us a little later today.
Well, that's if he gets to play Mega Man 7, because it starts in that cutscene, right? Yeah, he was giving me a little. Okay, thanks. We activated. I don't even know what that does, but we activated it. Yeah, he was giving me a little bit of shade earlier in this chat. Where he's like, actually, Dave. But I love how Mega Man 7 literally starts in the cutscene, like literally, it's like 1 second in. So yeah, I don't know what that did. You're not supposed to get caught by like that laser thing. So now this thing is blue. I assume maybe he's faster, he has more health. I'm not sure. I'm not used to fighting this guy being blue, so... Oh, he's dead. Excellent. Oh, oh no, Mega Man. Wow, the block of like 3,000 kilograms just like fell on his eyeball. That was pretty painful, I imagine. So we're entering Magna, not Magma, Centipede. And there's a cool glitch that you can do on him, but I also have long forgot that. There's a like it's called the centipede glitch, and you can effectively you can trap him in a corner. So maybe no, he didn't do the proper pattern. It's pattern dependent, so you can't always get it. He has to give you a specific pattern, but you slide down the wall. And that was kind of where you want the pattern to be, like you want that shot, but he needs to be on this like far right corner doing it. So realistically, even if I wanted to try, he's sticking to the ceiling and really being on the top of the ceiling and not being very cooperative in that kind of way. But if you slide down the wall, the parts of his body, I guess, still, okay, well there you go, that's what it was supposed to be, but he's still up in the corner, so whatever. But the parts of his body keep circling around Mega Man, and you can basically like alternate between the charge shot and the hook, and you can kill him in the corner without him teleporting or moving around. But again, I don't know if there's a setup for it. I just know that the pattern, I think at least back when I learned it a long time ago, was like RNG. So we killed him, now we go down to Crystal Snail. And Crystal Snail, I think, has like some of the nicer music in this game. He has a decent stage 2, because you'll start to see like some of this stuff really come together. I like the route a lot in this game because you don't just use fire for the most part, you know, like you use a combination of like fire and the hook and things like that. So there's a little boss skip here, and there's also this thing coming down where sometimes I die. Okay. We had to abandon that, but that's okay. I was gonna say, sometimes I die going down there. I don't always feel exactly comfortable coming back in that machine thing. And yeah, so Crystal Snail actually has one of the more decent boss kills in the entire run too. And there's a little skip coming up here if you have the fire and you go there, I think. You can go right under this, it skips the boss trigger. Normally there's kind of like a mid-boss that you have to fight there, but that saves actually a considerable amount of time when you don't have to fight that boss. You're just getting wrecked by these bats apparently. So we activate that weird thing, we take even more hits to the face coming down here. We talk to Dr. Light, he'll give us the helmet upgrade here, which is actually useful but at the same time kind of pointless. It shows you where like hidden objects and things like that are, but very realistically you don't really use that casually. Sorry, you don't use that in the speedrun, obviously, so there's something in that wall apparently the helmet goes off immediately. Maybe it's like a health bar or something. And coming up here, if you are a Mega Man runner, there is a 1-frame window, which unfortunately, again, I have absolutely no knowledge in how to do, so you're gonna see like probably the most casual snail kill in existence. So I apologize. Avert your eyes. It's gonna be pretty casual for like 20 seconds here. But yeah, we used like the magnet thing from the centipede, and there's actually many quick kills on this dude. And they're all actually really interesting because they vary in difficulty and stuff like that. But basically the idea is you want to keep his shell off, and then you can kind of loop him this way so he can die. But the actual quick kill, like the world record one, is really insane in how they set it up. But it's a 1-frame window where you have to like shoot Mega Man's charge shot entering the door, like the previous door. Yeah, he's got a pretty bad boss fight, honestly. Like, he's got a rough time with the weakness. So this is a little bit awkward because there is a stage obviously coming up right after this. It's called Overdrive Ostrich. It is extremely hard in the speedrun not to die here because there's like a motorcycle section and there's a spike wall at the end of the motorcycle section. So unless I get a life up, like I might game over because we took 2 stupid deaths at the very beginning here. Where normally we have 3 lives, or like we have more than 0 lives anyway. But now we're on our 0 life, so like we have to do this without dying, otherwise we're gonna get game over, which is dumb. I'm probably gonna see a game over here. But yeah, this motorcycle section is extremely stupid in terms of the heart that follows. So we're going to... Oh, we got it! We didn't die. Look at us, we're God. Okay, no game over for us. We don't have to worry about that. I was gonna say, that's the only spot that I kind of expect to die. But apparently not gonna happen today. So... But even if you die, you get sent back to a checkpoint, but the checkpoint obviously isn't there in game over, so... Really easy section to die on though. Like, really, really easy. So this is like one of the few quick kills that I kinda retained since back then. Or at least one of the more advanced ones. We switched between the snail power-up that we just got, which is like some kind of like crystal blob or something, and it solidifies the enemies in place, and then we alternate between the dash shot, like the dash lemon, and this little thing here, and then we hit him in the air so we keep freezing and we dash lemon him. And there's alternate ways you can do this that are way better, but apparently I think he's gonna get to move. Maybe not. Yo, we got his toes. Yeah. It is the bird boss. That's correct. Yeah, this is a pretty insane Mega Man block too. There's a lot of cool Mega Man games, like literally all in a row, so I'm fortunate to have kicked it off, but at the same time, like every single person is probably gonna be better. I would imagine anyway. So we go to Morph Moth. This is our second last stop for the Mavericks, or the all bosses and stuff like that. And we need immediately to switch to the weapon that the snail gave us again, because there's a heart up here that we need to freeze this guy to jump off of, which of course we got to do. Okay, I guess you have to freeze this guy 3 times in a row now. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Hey, there's a 1-up 2, so I can die one more time. And then the other power-up is down here. I don't know why Dr. Wily is hiding down here, but apparently he is. Or Dr. Wily, sorry, Dr. Light. Not Dr. Wily. Shows how much I know about Mega Man. So yeah, we're almost fully powered up. We're just missing a couple of E-Tanks. We're missing 1 E-Tank and 1 Heart Tank still. And that's important for later, because we need to fill those E-Tanks. Oops, we need to fill those E-Tanks to make sure that we can probably even finish this game. So there's slope jumps in this game where if you're walking down a slope, Mega Man has basically like an accelerated jump. You can jump a little bit higher than normal. So that's how you're able to get up on those platforms. And there's also kind of like a skip that's coming up in the next stage where you can get the E-Tank that way. Or you can also do a Neon. Ooh, that was slow. Yeah! Exactly. Mega Man suddenly works for the enemy. Apparently we shot off a mine. I don't know what that was. Fire, come back. Okay, thank you. Expert menuing there. These things are super annoying if they get attached to your head. They can also come into the boss fight, which is also super annoying. And we're gonna switch back to fire. That thing was flying around and it didn't allow me to switch back to fire. So that was great. And we are entering Morph Moth. So this guy's weakness is fire. And it's pretty easy. Like this quick kill is really weird because like the quick kill itself is not that bad. But what makes this quick kill kind of awkward is when he transforms, because he basically has like 2 different forms. He has like this cocoon form and then like his actual moth form. His actual form, when it comes to his body and the damage that he does, is probably the most in the entire game. Like, it's actually insane, and I've created a huge amount of like killing him. But if he touches you, specifically in his like moth form, it does a tremendous amount like contact damage. So you can see there, like, it's a lot. So you have to be a little bit careful when you're killing him. Because that's also powered up too. You have all the armor and like 50% less damage, right? But he does a huge amount of damage, so it's actually pretty ridiculous. So we killed Marth Moth. We only have 1 person left, which is Bubble Crab. Bubble Crab has a unique stage in the sense that it's a little bit partially underwater. There's an E-Tank left, and then there's also 1 heart container left. And this is the first instance of like the neon jump that we're going to be able to do, which is a 1-frame window, which is pretty easy. Like, there's a pretty good buffer for it. I never struggled too much with like the neons and like doing them when I was way better at this game a long time ago. But it allows us to like basically grab the E-Tank a little bit early. Otherwise, I think you have to like literally come back to the stage after you beat Crab to get the tank that way. I'm not exactly 100% sure. But we have a slope here, another slope jump that we need to literally walk off and jump very slowly. There we go. And we can use the fire to come up here and grab this heart. You can technically, you don't have to do that, like you can do it the slower way and just come up this wall that I'm falling beside, but sure, jellyfish, thank you for that. And here is the Reveal Neon. So the neons work where if you're dashing, you can cancel, I don't know how to explain that, I just did it. But you can basically like dash, and as you're dashing, that, whoa, the hell, suddenly rocket. As you're dashing, you can cancel like that jump animation to get like 1 extra jump basically. So excellent climb. Thank you, random machines. So we're entering the crab boss, and apparently the crab boss's weakness is this saw blade thing. And he doesn't like it. He's actually probably one of the more annoying refights later on, like once you get the container. The power-up, sorry, not the container. I don't know why I said container there. You know, the good old powered up Mega Man container. I was trying to say capsule, I think. So yeah, those are the first 8 Mavericks. Pretty easy for the most part. Really varied stages, like again, I've always liked these stages a lot. When I ran this a lot better, there's not a single stage that I thought sucked. He's probably telling us about Sigma. We have to go there next. So even though they said like, yo, you know what, Mega Man, go kill Sigma, we're gonna go back into the crab stage momentarily. And we're going to use an ability after we drop down here to basically fill all of our E-takes at once, because I only a few times was able to skip the whole E-tank thing when I was new and running this game. I think my old PV skips the E-tanks, I'm not exactly sure. But basically there's kind of like a weird section in here where if you're charging the shot when you go in here, it just gives you a whole bunch of energy. Thank you. I did that apparently too soon entering. So this is the fastest way that you can fill up your E-tanks, which once we get kind of like that uppercut from Street Fighter, it'll allow us to quick kill all of the bosses when we do the refights in the Sigma stages coming up. and we enter Sigma 1. This has a really cool, you're gonna see like a stupid version of this because I learned this so wrong and it's still like the fastest way that I can do this. So, ooh shit. Oop. Okay, well I didn't mean to say that either. But like, all of how I learned this back then was like completely busted. I'm not supposed to have bubble load. That was an error. We're not, okay. Okay, we're not supposed to have bubble shield here. Just ignore everything. This was, okay, you know what, we actually need bubble shield after. But yeah, there was like at one point some kind of like neon thing that I did, and okay, whatever. Everything went pretty bad here, so let's just pretend none of that happened. Sure, you can grab me, it's okay. Sure, sure, you can also grab me, stupid machine. Okay. Alright, we're back kind of where it's normally we should be in the weapon cycle stuff. Apparently we're also trying to find a hidden item there. all of the weapons at the same time, my god. Okay, apparently we activated every single weapon that's possible. None of those should have come out of this stage. Well, that's okay, you're just seeing the variety of Mega Man, you know? So this guy's weakness is actually bubbles. All we have to do is stand in the corner and activate the bubble shield and he slowly dies. Probably the easiest quick kill in the entire game. Yeah, I'm sorry that like literally, I think X had some kind of malfunction there. So that was Sigma 1, technically Violin, this is Surges or something like that. So there is an infamous skip here, we can try it I guess, honestly. So there's something called Elevator Skip, which is notoriously difficult to get. Probably gonna end badly, I would imagine. Actually, I don't even know if I can do it. No, okay, we're just gonna die. Literally die in the pit anyway. We might take the elevator, shame. But yeah, so there's an elevator skip thing that you can do here, and it's pretty hard. Like, it's actually really bad too because it comes so late into the run. We're just gonna exist. We have to wait for this thing on the right side to come back down anyway, so... Yeah, honestly, that's pretty true radio. So you can skip this entire cycle. You don't have to wait for this like elevator thing if you dash under the elevator. That was a past save thing. And we want to be on Magnet, thank you, as we enter this boss fight. And we didn't activate the thing, so that's a little bit awkward. We should have shot this before the boss fight. Because you can actually move it around in kind of like the cutscene as his health is filling up. Which actually destroys like 2 of these turrets and makes this a little bit quicker. And then this portion of the boss fight is not super annoying, but it is probably one of the harder boss strats. There's a way that you can like hang from under him and use these like powered up version of this shot to basically hit him like twice in a row. It's really hard to time that though. Like, it's actually probably one of the harder strats in the entire game to get double shots on this guy. And you have to be slightly careful because I'm at critically low health. Okay, 1 health. Okay. That was... Ooh boy. I don't think I've ever really been at 1 health before on this guy. It was a little bit scary. So we go right into Sigma 3. And we want the chain. We don't necessarily, thank you. So we don't necessarily need the chain here, but it helps with these like weird lizard thingies or whatever they're supposed to be. Again, if they attach to your head, they basically make Mega Man acted like he did in Sigma 1 where he does a bunch of random stuff. So here, there's multiple neons again that come back. So I learned this a long time ago doing neons, so they're very much in my head still. The good runners and stuff like that, they don't do. I think they only do 1 neon there, but they use like a combination of like a bunch of other stuff to like basically climb up here. And very easy to die on this section. So we won't die. Luckily there's lives here too. Okay. So entering here is where after you collect all the power-ups, there's like a hidden Wily. I don't know why I keep calling him Wily, sorry, a hidden Dr. Light capsule. And he gives us the uppercut from Street Fighter. I don't know if they did that. Did they do something in X3 for that? Because in X1 they added the Hadouken. In X2 they obviously added this, which by the way, this is going to be the most casual thing you'll ever see. This section is like borderline terrifying. And a long time ago, oh, we ruined everything. I was gonna say a long time ago, why that matters so much, literally, is because now you need full health to do the DP. So you have to waste an E-tank literally doing that. The stupid fly things. But if you're damaged at all, you can't do it, so... Oh, the Z-Saber and the gold chip. Yeah, I remember the gold chip, but I didn't know if there was like a Street Fighter version or like a Street Fighter reference. I still remember there was like some kid on the playground back then, and he's like, I found the Hadouken in Mega Man X1. Everyone's like, no, you didn't. Like, kid, you're a liar. There's no way that's true. Little did we know. That was like a really honest kid back then. But like, to be fair, it does sound like it's something like that just doesn't exist. So we are entering the refights. Luckily the refights are kind of easy, or quote easy I should say. The thing that changes about them is you have the uppercut, so depending on, okay, excellent, stupid save. Depending on the refight, it should be instant for most of them, unless you take damage, obviously. Yeah, like Chun-Li's kick or something like that. The game really wants you to have full health, I think, because there's like a bunch of like little capsules and stuff like this above. You can kind of recover if you made a mistake. I hate this guy. He's also extremely annoying to do the quick kill on. He can open up in like multiple different ways as well. There is a way that you can kind of like dash above him to like bait a jump shot out. But he is one of the more annoying ones on pace that can ruin the refights for sure. So we can, again, heal ourselves, I guess, there. And also, oh no, this guy's pretty easy. All I have to do is uppercut and then uppercut again. I was gonna say the Wire Sponge is kind of annoying too because he has elements of RNG as well. But he's got a couple of patterns where sometimes he, sometimes he, again, just he hits you. And he's really annoying to deal with as well. But luckily the refights are pretty free. The weird thing about the endgame too is like Sigma is borderline free as well. But it's such a weird high risk, kind of like high reward when you're running this like super optimal. So let's see what he does here. I don't want him to chain attack. Of course he chains attack. Okay, so you have to dash under him if he chains attack, if he uses his chain attack like that to do the uppercut. But he can also like immediately start climbing the roof again, and that's kind of what you want him to do because then he's just kind of like a sitting duck. You don't have to time anything. But of course he decided to do that. This guy is also kind of like a YOLO strat. You have to just kind of like jump in front and hope he doesn't teleport away. Or do weird stuff. And we want to end on the top right one, in theory, I guess. Because the Gator is there, and the Gator has like a ridiculous way to do the quick kill on him. Snail is also, you just jump in and hope that he doesn't do weird stuff as well. So he's another one that can kind of like waste energy tanks. And he's going to do that anyway, because he didn't die, because why would he die? Luckily the contact damage on him is not too high. So we can just recover like that. There is a crazy version of this kill too. I remember it was called like Icy Hot or something like that. Where you like dash forward and go like that. But you kill him almost immediately. And I don't even know how to do the Gator. Like, the Gator is so beyond stupid. That's where my learning ended for this game a long time ago. The Gator is just like another level of insanity. So you can try to uppercut him once he comes back out of the water, but for the most part, like, the way that you set up the Gator kill is just crazy. I actually wish that I tried to learn that one a long time ago, but I didn't get that far originally in my learning. So, oh, he disappeared. What a jerk. That like one frame, literally, he's like, I'm out of here, man. Okay, well, didn't work apparently. The Gator is the worst. I guess we can try one more with this weird E-tank that we have here. With both the refight and... Okay. He at least cooperated a little bit that time. You want him, like, if you don't do the actual kill, you want him to jump out of the water or whatever it is. And he's, again, very vulnerable to the uppercut when he does it there. So we're done with the refights, and all we have is Sigma 1, 2, and 3, which are quite fast, honestly. It's a very quick ending sequence. For whatever reason, we have to go back to the Centipede stage. I never understood that from like the lore perspective. I guess this time, like the entire time, we were, I don't know what we were doing, apparently. Like, Dr. Wily was here all along? Sigma was here all along, rather? So there's... Thank you. I was gonna say... We're just gonna wait here. We're not gonna die. I meant to actually jump there, but I mean... So... that's way too close. I think I'm gonna... Okay, I was gonna say we want to touch fists with Zero, not be inside of Zero. So we're gonna immediately take damage, which is not good. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna be smart here. Zero's weakness is actually fire. But yeah, there's something called like... that was unfortunate. But we're gonna conserve our E-tanks for the final 2 Sigma versions. But yeah, there's something called Bro Fist, where you just like want to be touching Zero's fist as you enter that boss fight. But that was way too close, clearly. You like jump in and you do the uppercut thing. Yeah. We might have invaded Zero's personal space a little bit there, so whoops, that's okay. So we should still be in good shape. There's again Sigma 1, 2, and 3, as I said, coming up here. And as we jump down, we will recover. And Sigma 2 is a jerk. This is probably one of the dumber things in the entire game, so we'll see what happens. Getting the quick call on him is very annoying. He's extremely RNG at the very beginning, which matters a lot because he can just hit you again, which is obviously a common theme for setting this up. Okay, that was decent RNG. Shouldn't be charging right now. So, Mega Man, please stop. And once Wire Sigma is dead, that will be time. So... time. Not the worst showing, but... to be fair, it would have been underestimated if I didn't die 3 times very randomly at the very beginning. The 3 deaths kind of knocked it over slightly, but...
Alright, well, GG.
Thank you. If I can ruin something very quickly for everybody for the rest of their lives, may I?
I mean, ruin away.
Okay, so in the credit sequence, a long time ago when I actually was running this, which is like right after this section here, there was somebody in my chat that came in a long time ago and I never unsaw what they said. So as this like beautiful cinematic happens and it like pans down to obviously Zero and like X standing together, there was somebody in my chat, and I'll wait until you see it in like 2 seconds here. And yeah, I was like, I'll never unsee that. So Zero, hurry up, make your appearance please. Okay, see? So Zero's standing here, Mega Man's standing here, and then the guy in my chat was like, why is Zero holding Mega Man's butt? And I'm like, I don't know. And I never unsaw that. So now you guys can never unsee it. It's in your brains forever. But thank you for having me, Strizer, and just to say really quickly, I did lose my dad to cancer a few years ago, so if you have the means to support and donate, definitely do that, because cancer sucks. But feel free to take me off whenever, and thank you for having me.
Alright, and thank you for doing this. Cancer does indeed suck, but this is what we're here for, to tell it game over. So hold on still, we'll be right back very shortly with some more Mega Man X3 being run by 8-Butt.
Awesome, sounds good.